Welcome back, everyone, and joining us to discuss the job of a mum is postnatal coach, director and co-founder of Nurturing Mums, Lucinda Hutton. Welcome, Lucinda.
Hi.
Hiya.
Welcome. Hi.
So what inspired Nurturing Mums?
So I started running Nurturing Mums when my son was 5 months old, and I found that, you know, being a new mum perhaps wasn't quite what I expected. And I was really lucky. I'd made quite a few friends on my antenatal course, but it was slightly the blind leading the blind in terms of any sort of advice or help we could give each other. So just finding really practical, non-judgmental support for new mums, which is what our course is all about, is kind of what inspired me to start it up.
Wow, that's
nice.
Wonderful.
So
needed.
Yeah.
You're a trained lawyer, right?
I am a lawyer, yeah.
So do you still practice?
I do 10 to 15 hours a week. So I've managed to slip into a very part-time role in-house as an in-house lawyer, but it's great. So a bit of a balance there.
Yeah.
How do you manage to maintain that healthy work-life balance?
I don't know if anyone maintains a healthy work-life balance, but I do try and have set childcare times. My son's now 2, so that really does help. And I finally got myself a work phone, which is, as someone who's self-employed, I think we often just do everything from our personal phones, but I thought it gets to the end of the day and I actually have to put something down. Yeah. The elusive switch off. I don't know if any mum does that. So.
Exactly. But that's good. It's those little things that make a difference, though. There's little changes that make a difference. Yeah. So do you put your son into, you know, maybe give him to a nursery or a childminder or something?
So he's now in nursery. So my son, and I guess what fed into the reason of why I started Nurturing Mums and why I didn't go back to being a full-time lawyer is because he was quite ill when he was very small, and it's kind of continued throughout the last couple of years. So actually now him being in nursery is a massive step for us.
That's
it's really nice that he can do that, and I also have that time to dedicate to work.
Yeah,
so.
That's brilliant.
In your opinion, as being a mother, what would you say, do you think that mothers need to actually study the role, or is it just instinctive?
So I do meet a lot of I guess women before they become parents, so I also kind of do some talks to parents-to-be, and I think we don't think necessarily before we become mothers it's going to be instinctive. I think we think that we need to study, and there are some really useful books and tools and things out there, but I think actually when you become a mum, even though you're a new parent, you realise that you're the one who knows your baby the best.
That's
true. You know, I think we can do all the studying, but actually when it comes down to it and you flick through the books, maybe your baby doesn't do those things. So mine certainly didn't. So I think actually, the instincts are there. They just kick in when you become a mum.
Yeah, I would just agree with that. Because you know what, on that note, actually, when I was pregnant, I had somebody, she's a mum, very experienced. She emailed me and she said, get this book. It was a massive book from this author, and I went online and ordered it straight away, and it's huge. And the other day I was like clearing out some stuff, and I realised that I'd never opened the book.
Wow.
Never. But I thought I would, because as soon as she said it, I thought, yeah, you're right, because I was a new mum, it was like, I need all the information I can get, and I need to do all the studying that I can do, and I never opened the book, and I found that actually a lot of it was instinctive, but also I think also because I'm quite close to my mum and she's had 5 kids, it was kind of like more relying on other experienced mothers around and their experiences, and so it was a bit of both, I guess. So it was having knowledge from them, like it was more practical than kind of reading it in a book. And then the instincts did kick in as well. So because every child is different.
Yes, it's true.
Exactly.
Do you know, there's mothers that work and some that stay at home. Do you think they get judged? Because that's like a common thing for mothers.
Yeah, I mean, I think we probably judge ourselves the most. I think whether you choose to stay at home or work or do a hybrid of both, you know, we kind of have, there's so much social media and, you know, celebrity and stuff around us that says we should be doing one thing or another. And I think probably everyone gets that kind of mum guilt, which I kind of want to help get rid of. But yeah, I think we unfortunately do judge ourselves because of these probably unrealistic expectations that we see.
Because I was a working mum, so I wasn't known in the playground. You know what I mean? So,
Dash off, mum.
I was one of those kids. for the top one. So mamas didn't know me in the programme, and I did feel a little bit, oh God, all these mums have got time to sit down and chat and wait for the bell to ring. I was literally... So you do feel it. I felt a little bit judged.
Oh, of course. But I think she's right. I think we do judge us. No matter what we do, if you're a stay-at-home, then you feel like, oh, I feel guilty. Maybe I might just look like a lazy, I just want to be at home. I'm not working to help bring home the bacon or whatever. And then if you're working too much, it's like, oh, I should be at home more with my child. Yeah. So I think we do judge each other.
I think, that's one of the things with Nurturing Mums and why we do the course, because as soon as you get in a room full of mothers, you realise that actually everyone will probably be very supportive in whatever you're doing. So,
have you got any case studies that you could actually share with us?
In what sort of...
In terms of a mother that may have gone through a difficult time and her outcome?
Yeah, we get a lot of... I guess because my story is particularly pertinent in terms of having a child who's ill.
Yes.
We do get a lot of mums who may have premature babies come of the course, especially because they miss out on a lot of the antenatal, especially if they've had a baby 2 to 3 months early. Yeah. They've been in hospital, they didn't have the experience they expected, and actually they haven't met anyone, and they've had a very quite lonely and isolating experience.
Sometimes, isn't it?
And not what you expect. And I think... coming on the course and actually meeting other mums, some of which who may have gone through similar, it always strikes me as that we often get mums with babies around the same age or who may have had similar issues. They just seem to gravitate towards each other on the course. I think being able to talk it through and get that support, especially if they've gone through times in hospital or things like that, it can be really helpful. And we get a lot of our mums kind of, we catch up with them, we get them to write for us, to blog for us, to kind of check in on them kind of down the line. So, yeah.
Can I ask, because you mentioned that when we were talking about the thing of judging ourselves or being judged, you said that that mum guilt is something that you want to try to help to get rid of.
Yeah.
Are there any, what practical things do you or can you do to try to help to get rid of that guilt?
Yeah, I think it's you kind of have to be quite resilient in yourself, and actually I think it is particularly true as a new mum when you get so much advice thrown at you. The second you're pregnant and you get a bump, people can't help but start with the advice, random strangers, colleagues, whoever they are. And actually I think telling yourself that you are doing a good job and you are doing enough. And actually, I think the toughest days new mums face are often when their day has started at 3 a.m. They're exhausted, and all you want to do is stay at home in your pyjamas and not leave the house. But practically, actually, don't beat yourself up about the fact you're in your pyjamas. It's absolutely fine. You're getting through the day. Put some clothes on, go out, meet some other new parents.
Yes, I agree. And
I think just getting out of the house, getting that kind of practical. It doesn't even need to be help. Just pick another tired-looking mum in a coffee shop and start a conversation. But just something to break that cycle of kind of maybe feeling like you're not doing enough. Yeah,
I know some mothers, they get really worried, especially if they go through an experience of postnatal depression, and that sense of being detached from the child, and they don't feel close to the child. Do you experience a lot of that with your?
Not a lot, mothers? I don't think. Not a lot. I mean, I think everyone's experience is different, and I think it's because it's such an open environment. We have mums who do talk about the fact that it wasn't how they expected. I don't think a lot of people's parenting journeys are as they expected, and people who thought they would love breastfeeding and don't, actually really don't get on with it, and that means
there's
they may not
option,
be.
Isn't there?
That means they may feel like they're not bonding with the baby so much, but actually. I guess less so, but it's still a very open environment if we do get people who kind of want to talk about it.
It's good to get rid of all that guilt, because
you
always feel guilty if your child is not walking when somebody else's child, and that child is teething and my child is still chewing on their gums. You always feel that you're judging. You
feel it must be something that you're not doing right, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I really didn't beat myself up about it. My son was quite slow to do loads of things, and it's fine. He's lovely now.
That's a great attitude.
That's the way, isn't it?
Well, what postnatal techniques can we expect to learn at your courses?
Yeah, so it's a 5-week course. I kind of facilitate the welcome session, and then I have experts come in and cover off 4 other topics. So we cover first aid, just really key CPR and choking are things that you can actually practically do should there be an emergency.
That's important.
We cover help with sleep, kind of gentle sleep techniques, so you won't be kind of being told you've got to leave your baby to cry or anything like that. So some gentle sleep tips to help maybe with naps and get your baby sleeping in a little bit maybe. And we also offer in the other weeks to help with weaning, so once your baby's being introduced to solids, because I think as a concept, as a mum, that can be quite challenging. You've just got the hang of feeding them, breastfeeding or bottle feeding.
Their food at you.
Yeah. And actually trying to not make it really stressful, because I think it is very emotional. We think we should be able to feed our children, and then if it doesn't go to plan, trying to have a relaxed view towards it. And then we also do cover, and relevant to what you were saying, baby development. Again, maybe what you can expect your baby to be doing and how you can engage them, but not they've got to be doing this at this age, otherwise you have to worry about. So hopefully it offers mums kind of very practical and effective advice that they can benefit from.
That, to be honest, that sounds amazing.
I think it's so
I feel like I might have, benefited from that when I first had. So much of what you said is like, yeah, that's me. Yeah, I broke down when I couldn't breastfeed just Robbie, or he wasn't latching on, and you have a lot of those kind of those moments. So I think that sounds great, because it really is helping the mums.
Yeah, and you're getting the information.
Yeah, and to feel comfortable about their own individual situations. So that's great.
Thank you very
I might be contacting you.
It's only 5 weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
We're going to take a short break, but don't go away, as we'll be back with the topic of the job of mum, and we'll also be back with the baby show.